Number 1. Herkenrode Abbey. This Cistercian monastery existed for 600 years from the end of the 12th century to the French Revolution when it was dissolved. Although the original church was lost in a fire in the 19th century, most of its artworks survive, some at Hasselt's Town Museum. And more than 200 years later, many of the outbuildings are still intact, including the gatehouse, mill house and a tithe barn. Number 2. Japanse Tuin. The largest Japanese garden in Europe is a symbol of friendship between Hasselt and its Japanese twin city, Atami in Hyogo Prefecture. The Japanse Tuin is a 2.5-hectare extension of the Kapermolen Park and was laid out in the early 1990s by the landscape architect Inoue Takayuki. As you'd guess, the garden is completely suffused with symbolism, from its bubbling creek to its zigzagging bridge, Yatsuhashi, waterfall and stone lantern, Yukumi Dora. Number 3. Beaucrake. 15 minutes from the city center and roughly halfway to Henk there's a parcel of land that was bought by Herkenrode Abbey in the 13th century. The Abbey's farm was sold off after the French Revolution, though a lot of the outbuildings survived, and a neoclassical house was completed at the end of the 19th century. In the 1950s some of the estate was turned into an open-air museum. Number 4. St. Quintinius Cathedral. As is often the case, the town's main church has a complicated construction history, and was made a cathedral with the foundation of the Diocese of Hasselt in 1967. There was a church on this site as long ago as the 8th century, while the remnants of an 11th century Romanesque church survive in the substructure of the current tower. Number 5. City Center. The first thing you'll notice about the old heart of Hasselt is how walkable the streets are, and this is something that has won the city a lot of praise. In 2004, Hasselt was named most sociable city in Flanders. The main shopping arteries are Demerstraat and Koning Alberstraat, while the smaller Hoogstraat and Kaapstraat are where things get a little more upscale. Number 6. Nationaal Jenever Museum Hasselt. The juniper-flavored spirit Jenever is such a part of Hasselt's history that there's even a festival for the drink every October. From the end of the 18th century, a distillery set up shop at a beautiful brick building and courtyard that used to belong to a Franciscan convent. The name Woodnonenstraat is a bit of a giveaway. Distilling finally came to an end here in 1971, after which the building was protected by royal decree. Number 7. Het Stadsmus. 2 elegant patrician houses on the corner of Maastrichterstraat and Guido Giselastraat are home to Hasselt City Museum. 1. The Weerdenhof went up in 1680, while its neighbor the Stellingwerf goes back to 1857. Within you can study Hasselt and its people, politics and culture across hundreds of years, finding out how this free city in the medieval county of Loon became the capital of modern Limburg. Number 8. Modemuseum Hasselt. It's no coincidence that there should be a museum about fashion in Hasselt. For one thing, the city had a thriving cloth trade in medieval times. Among the posh fashion emporia on Kaapstraat is Jurison, which was founded here just after the Second World War and has real cachet in the Belgian fashion industry. As part of a push to underscore Hasselt as a fashion city, the Modemuseum was established in 1986 in the south wing of the former Grijwezisters Monastery. Number 9. Villa Verbeelding. What used to be Hasselt's literary museum has had an experiential makeover and reopened as the Imagination Villa, dedicated mainly to the work of Flemish authors and illustrators. In this fine white townhouse on Bamslaan you can step into imaginary worlds created by literature, discovering inspiring or humorous objects relating to renowned children's and youth authors like Colette Jansen and Betty Elias. Number 10. Oud Kerkhof. Hasselt's historic cemetery on the Kempische Steenweg was in use from around 1800 to 1930, and has been a Belgian protected monument since 2004. It came about after the city had run out of burial space around the St. Quintinius Cathedral. In fact, things had become so crowded and unsanitary that burials within the city ramparts had been outlawed by the French in 1796. The Oud Kerkhof was divided between Catholic and non-Catholic burials and is stacked with beautiful statuary, chapels and headstones among the willows and cypresses.
Hope you like this video. For more videos, please subscribe to our channel.